And well, it was a crazy game last Sunday when the Bolts came out on top, and Charger fever was felt all over San Diego. And Dave Furling's here with all the highlights. Dave, what do you have for us?
That certainly was a wild game on Sunday. We're going to call tonight's sports the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to start with the good here, first in baseball. The season may be over, but Major League is not done handing out their annual awards. And yesterday, the Padres' Jake Peavy was named the National League Cy Young Award winner. Peavy went 19-6 for the Pods with a 2.54 ERA. He also led the league in strikeouts with 240. Now in pitching, that's considered winning the Triple Crown. You have the most wins, the most strikeouts, and the lowest ERA. Peavy's selection was unanimous. He became the fourth Padre pitcher to win a Cy Young Award and the first since 1989. We congratulate you, Jake. And over in the American League, the Cleveland Indians starting pitcher CC Sabathia, he claimed their Cy Young Award. Sabathia led the Indians to the playoffs this season with a 19-7 record and a 3.21 ERA. Sabathia was also the hardest working man in showbiz, racking up 241 innings pitched, and that was the most in the major leagues. And now to the bad news in baseball, depending on what you believe. Our old friend Barry Bonds is in trouble again, and this time it's big trouble. Bonds was indicted yesterday for perjury and obstruction of justice. He was charged with lying to a grand jury when he told them he did not knowingly use performance-enhancing drugs. But during the criminal investigation, Bonds actually tested positive for anabolic steroids and performance-enhancing drugs. Now, these are some serious charges. If convicted, Bonds could go to prison for 30 years. Now, as you know, Barry Bonds became the Major League home run king this year when he passed Hank Aaron for the most home runs of all time. But Bonds has continually been under the suspicion of steroid use, and many consider his record to be tainted. But he doesn't.
His record is not tainted at all. At all. Period. And you guys can say whatever you want.
Bonds is scheduled for his arraignment on December 7th. And yes, it was a wild one Sunday night at Qualcomm Stadium. The Super Bowl champion Indianapolis Colts came to town to take on our Chargers before a televised nationwide audience. The game started with a bang when the 5'6" Darren Sproles acted like a big man, running back the opening kickoff 89 yards for a touchdown. Look at him go, and he wasn't even done. Later in the quarter, Sproles returned a Colts punt 45 yards for another touchdown for the Chargers. Chargers were on fire on both sides of the line. The defense came to play on Sunday night. Look at that aerobatic catch by Antonio Cromartie. We're going to take a look at that again. Beautiful. That pick led to an LT touchdown. You add an 8-inning field goal to the mix, and we had the Bolts up 23-0 at halftime. But let me tell you, with Peyton Manning as your quarterback, it was far from over for the Colts. Here they are, charging down the field. Manning does what he does best, throwing some TD passes. And in a stunning comeback, Colts got to within 2 points of the Chargers. They drove it down to within field goal range late in the fourth quarter. That brings on Adam Vinatieri, one of the league's most dependable kickers, attempting a 29-yard field goal. From this range, he's going to hit this 19 out of 20 times, but not tonight. It's up and wide right, laces out. Chargers survive a nail-biter, 23-21, and you know what? We'll take that victory. Believe it or not, that win is going to put the Chargers in first place in the AFC West. There's your current standings. Chargers at 5-4 in first place, followed by Denver and Kansas City, both at 5-4, and the lowly Raiders in the basement. And guess who's talking about a possible bowl bid? That's right, folks, my alma mater, the San Diego State Aztecs football team. After winning 2 straight games this week against formidable opponents, the Aztecs are just 2 wins shy of a bowl consideration. It'll be their first bowl appearance since the mid-90s. It was amazing considering how the Aztecs started this season. And even if they don't make it, it's evident that the Aztecs are an improving football team with a great future. But let's hope the future is now, and we can see a bowl bid for our beloved Aztecs. And it's going to be a busy weekend here at City College. City College will be hosting the San Diego City College Tournament in men's basketball. You can catch all the action at the Harry West Gymnasium here on campus. And the men's soccer team also ended their regular season with a 2-0 loss to Southwestern on Monday, but their 14-6-3 record was good enough to earn them a berth in the regional playoffs. Those playoffs start here tomorrow, so go out and support our City College teams. And finally, don't forget the Chargers, the first place Chargers, will be playing this weekend in Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. And we better get used to saying that, folks. The first place Chargers. The first place Chargers.
The first place Chargers.
Get used to saying it.
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
And a celebration of